Good morning, 7th grade. Let's continue with Unit 6. Today, we're going to study lesson number 3, subject and object pronouns. We're going to use pages 288 and 289 as a reference from your English book. Let us begin. Pronouns, like nouns, can function as subjects or as objects in a sentence. We need to remember that pronouns are words that substitute a noun, okay? So, personal pronouns, except for the pronoun you in it, have a different form when they are subject and another form when they are objects, okay? So for example, in the singular pronouns, I is the subject and the object is going to be me. I'll give you another example. In the plural pronouns, we as a subject and us as an object. So a thing that we need to keep in mind, guys, is that except for the pronouns you and it, who are the same in the subject and object pronouns, the rest of the pronouns change when they are subject pronouns and when they are object pronouns, okay? Next slide. Another rule is that we're going to use subject pronouns as the subject of the sentence. Remember that a sentence has two parts, subject and predicate, okay? So subject pronouns are going to be in the subject part of the sentence. Look at the example. They wrote 8 travel books together. They is the subject. Wrote 8 travel books together is the predicate of the sentence. So subject pronouns are going to be in the subject part of the sentence. But there's a small exception in which you are going to find them in the predicate part of the sentence. Let's check it out. Number 3 says, also use subject pronouns after a linking verb. Subject pronouns used after a linking verb are called predicate pronouns. They identify or refer to the subject. Now, in this case, you're going to tell me, Miss, but that subject pronoun is being used in the predicate part of the sentence. Why not in the subject part of the sentence? Well, guys, when we have a linking verb, remember that we studied linking verbs. I'll give you a couple of examples. For example, all the verbs to be are linking verbs. Is, are, was, were. And there you have a small image of a couple of linking verbs. When you have a linking verb, the next pronoun after the linking verb has to be a subject pronoun. So look at the example. The explorers were they. We don't say the explorers were them. The explorers were they. Why are we using they there? We're using they because we have a linking verb, and the linking verb is where. Again, after a linking verb, you have to put a subject pronoun, okay? After a linking verb. Let's keep going. Number 4, you're going to use object pronouns as direct or indirect object, okay? Remember I told you a sentence is going to be divided into a subject and a predicate. Subject pronouns are going to go in the subject part of the sentence except after a linking verb, and then they're going to be called predicate pronouns. The same thing happens here. Object pronouns are going to go in the predicate part of the sentence, okay? And they can be direct object, that's something that we already studied, and indirect object. Let's look at the example so you can understand. Workmen climb mountains and map them. Look for the verb climbed, okay? What did workmen climb? Climbed what? Them, and that is that direct object. And that direct object, which is a pronoun, it's called an object pronoun, which is in the predicate part of the sentence. The second one is an indirect object. Workman's climb of Pineapple Peak brought her fame. What is the verb of that sentence? Brought what? Fame to whom? To her. Her is an indirect object, and that indirect object is a object pronoun. Okay, let's keep going. Now I have a couple of exercises here that I want you to try out with me. The first one says, me like London. I'll give you a couple of seconds so you can think of the answer, and then I'm going to give you my answer. Correct, guys. The answer would be I like London. The correct answer is I like London. Listen to the sentence, I like London. What happens if my answer would have been me like London? Doesn't sound right. So the answer is I like London. B, please keep up with me / us. What is the correct pronoun? That's it. Please keep up with us. I cannot say please keep up with me. The correct answer is please keep up with us. Let's keep going. C, her, wants to go home early. Do I say she wants to go home early or her wants to go early? Go home early. Think about it. Exactly. She wants to go home early. How do I know that the answer is she? Because she is a subject. It's in the subject part of the sentence, okay? Great job, guys. I hope you understood this lesson. If you have any questions, please use Google Classroom. And have a nice day. Bye, guys.